Hello guys, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Cam. Just before we get into the fan cam, just want to say a massive thank you for everyone that joined us today. It wasn't the result we quite wanted. Just want to give a massive shout out to the match and the channel sponsor Foco. If you haven't checked out Foco before, they've got some great merchandise. If you're into your merchandise and clobber, you want to kit your house out or whatever, have a look on Foco. They've got loads of stuff such as the Lego sets. They've got flags. Doesn't have to be Chelsea merchandise either. If you support another club, boo. You can have a look on there for your club as well. And if you use the code cfctvyt, it will be pinned on the video. You can get 15% off. Yeah, let's get straight into the cam. Hello guys, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Cam. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 1. Bit disappointing. I'm joined by Scott in the studio, Sami and Benny. Thanks for joining us, boys. Not quite the result we wanted, but we've made the best of a bad situation. We're gonna start talking about it. Let us know what you thought of the game in the comments. Pretty poor all round, really, wasn't it? I mean, there was glimmers of hope, but yeah, we'll start with you, Scott. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, first half I thought we were good. I thought we had our chances. Madueke had one. I think there was another one as well before Jackson scored. And you'd say going into half time it looked like we could score 2 or 3. Really take the game to Palace. And then second half came out and it was just flat. Don't know what it was. Don't know what was said at half time, but it was just flat. Couldn't really get out of second gear, and then they get the goal, and from there it's just kind of usual what we're used to. Just them 10 men behind the ball trying to get counter attacks, us trying to break them down but failing to. It kind of reminded me of us under Sarri a little bit at times with how slow we were.
I know you mentioned obviously could have had 2 or 3 before half time. You feel that's happened a few times now, hasn't it? I know we're early on in the season, but even pre-season as well. When you get those opportunities, you feel you have to take them. You know, you can't be going into half time thinking, I've missed 3 or 4 there that I should have had.
I agree. I think it depends on how you go. I think we saw it against Wolves. It was the same. It was just we came out a different animal in the second half.
Yeah, we were sort of missing that today.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. I think it was kind of similar to the Wolves game in the first half in a sense. We just didn't concede anywhere. We had the game under control for the most part. Just couldn't finish the chances, and then you just hope we could push on.
Yeah,
but that never really came.
Yeah, Sammy, what's your thoughts, mate?
I think we got sold a dream at Wolves. We're like, yeah, we scored 6. We've got Felix, Neto. We're going to score 4 every game in the Premier League. And I think we got humbled a bit. And what I said to Scott earlier, I think it's now proof that our midfield just doesn't cut it for us. I personally think we need a striker. I know Scott disagrees. I like Jackson. He's good on the left. But when we talk finishing, he isn't that clinical man. And I think if we had a striker today, I don't care if he played bad for 90 minutes. You just need that one shot on target, on goal. We get 3 points.
He was lacking.
That's all we're missing. All we're missing.
Is that where you think the problem lies now? Because in the previous weeks we've been talking about the back four has always been the problem. Do you think we've seen a different side to the team today, where actually we've started spotting a few gaps in midfield?
Yeah.
I mean, what needs to change in midfield for you? Is there a specific player, or is it just the midfield in general?
I think we all of us agree that Caicedo and Enzo together just doesn't work. I'm not saying Caicedo's a bad player. I'm not saying Enzo's a bad player. I'm just saying them together doesn't work, just like how you said Lampard and Gerrard.
Yeah.
World-class players just didn't work for England together. So we've got to try something new. But I still blame the attack because we've seen City play bad a few games, but they came out with 3 points just because Haaland is clinical, and that's it. And that's a sign of champions, in my opinion, when you play crap.
Yeah. And
then come home with 3 points. So I still think we need to go all out on the striker in January. Unless Jackson steps up.
Who would be your boys' sort of top target? I mean, if you were
they all want to sell the ones I want.
I personally wouldn't get anyone. I think a lot of our issues, I agree. I think at the moment, Enzo and Caicedo isn't working for whatever reason. I agree with Sami. Like they're 2 good players, like very good players, but something isn't working.
Yeah.
For me, it's just Lavia. Like we've seen since he's come into this team in pre-season, in the games he was playing, he looks like the one that is able to control that midfield the best.
Yeah.
And I think not having him is a big miss, which is surprising considering the players we had ahead of him. But I think when he comes back, it's going to be him plus one of those 2.
Mr. Benny, he's still awake over there.
Just about.
If anyone watched the stream, Benny was an absolute laugh today. He kept everyone entertained. Bless him. He's feeling a little bit now. Benny, what was your thoughts on the game, mate? Because you had quite a lot to say in the first half, especially. Not after the tequila shot in the second half. There wasn't so much coming out of the mouth apart from chance.
Look. everyone's got a bad thing about Chelsea. Everyone goes, oh Enzo, or Casado, and you know, whatever. But even today, right? Okay, we draw against Palace, right? Some people go, oh, we should have beaten Palace, right? Arsenal didn't beat Palace last season.
Yeah, but Ben,
We spent $1 billion.
Can you compare us to Arsenal? I mean, Arsenal spent nowhere near as much.
Fuck the money. Fuck the money.
Really? Fuck the money?
Yep. Yeah.
Is that your honest thoughts?
Yep.
That's got to come into play somewhere, though.
No. See, that's the problem, right? Because everyone's going on about money. Oh, Chelsea done this, and Chelsea done that. Oh, we brought this, and we brought that, right? Okay, that's cool. Does it? Who does that affect? Does that affect Arsenal? Does that affect City? Does that affect Man City? Does that affect United? Does that affect Tottenham? Right? And I'm sorry, man, but we're a Chelsea fan, right? Let's get back to what we need to get back to. Right? Let's back our team. Fuck the club. If the club spends £60 million on a player that we don't know, who gives a fuck?
These are
Not
well
money,
known,
is it?
Benny. These are
money.
well known players coming into the squad.
Yeah, but that Cam.
They have to prove themselves.
No, Cam. It don't matter.
It does matter, Benny.
No, it does.
Why are you spending the money then?
Let them do it.
They are doing it, and nothing's coming off of it today. It's a big problem, Benny. We have to talk about it because this is what we're here for.
No,
it's a big problem spending that money with well-known players.
I disagree. I disagree because, right, everybody as a Chelsea fan goes, yeah, Drogba, Lampard, You got to remember, man, 2 years ago, right, Chelsea there was no club. Abramovich got sold for nothing. It was gone. There was no club. Right? It's been 2 years. 2 years. Without being a wanker about it. 2 years, bro. Right? There's been no Chelsea.
Yeah,
the only thing is, Todd Bowley came in, he's fucking done this, done that, whatever. It is what it is, right? Can you imagine? Right? Imagine if Todd Bowley didn't come in.
Yeah.
Where would Chelsea be?
Yeah,
Nowhere.
that's a fair point, Benny.
Right?
Look,
And in 2 years' time, in 2 years.
Putting the title, rant.
Yeah, Benny
Passionate
rant.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't give a fuck about titles. Titles could be this and titles could be that.
That's what you're in it for. That's what you're in the game for, man.
Maybe.
Come on. Let's be realistic here. Look, let's talk about the goal anyway. It's nice to see Jackson get back on the score sheet. If there's, positives to take from today, it's nice to see him doing well after a sort of shaky start to the season. It was a good finish as well. Obviously, header at the back post wasn't really picked up. Great cross as well. Is Jackson going to be a player that we can look at now and think actually, he can start turning things around? I know Sami, you're not too sure about that after the
Both
chat we had
goals
just before this.
Today and his goal the other day was it was in the air, wasn't it? Both headers.
Yeah,
And both at the back post.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
I'll judge him when
Poachers.
he scores with his feet.
Sorry, it was a tap in today, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was
tap-in, yeah,
it
yeah.
was against Wolves. It was a header. But yeah, you have to look at it that way as well. There were two tap ins, weren't they?
Poachers goals.
In the right areas, but
He does everything right. He dribbles, gets past the defenders. He just bottles the finish.
yeah,
So
It's when he's got time
got
to-
something. He just got the missing piece of the
When he's
puzzle.
got time to think about it, that's the way it is. It's when he's got to do something like a snap shot or something. More often than not, it's good.
he's
It's
in
when
the
got
right
time.
place at the
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But when
He's
he's,
got to think.
I mean, let's talk about the just before the end. He had the opportunity to feed Felix, didn't he? Hit the side net, and you felt like he could have almost gone across goal. Was that a wasted opportunity? Was that
I'll
the
back him
chance to
for that.
seal the deal?
I'll
You
back
back him for that?
Do you know why? I think strikers are the only players on the pitch that are allowed to be selfish.
Yeah.
Because it's their job to shoot and score. Obviously, if it was like Sterling versus Wolves last year, where it was 3 versus the keeper, where that's when you can pass it. But I think Jackson in that position, he was allowed to be selfish and shoot because he is the striker. But you have to get it on target at least.
Yeah, of course.
You have to. So when you waste opportunities like that, then it makes people like us say, "Oh, he should have passed it to Felix," because we both know Felix would have done a better job. So Jackson, he doesn't help himself sometimes. He really doesn't.
I think that's the thing, and I think that then the chance at the very end, the 1-on-1 that he missed.
He's like 2 in a minute, didn't he?
Yeah, that one at the end. It's unfortunate because he had a good game today. Like I thought he was one of our better players.
And that'll be that's going
And
to
that's
take it away from that, isn't
That's
it?
going to be what is remembered by his performance today, and it sucks.
I disagree with both of you, to be fair.
Shock.
No, I actually do.
Go on, Benny. Give us your
Go on,
You go on about Jackson, how bad he is, and how fucking he can't score goals and all this crap, right? Put it this way: get up a stat from when Drogba was here for his first season in Chelsea, and get up a stat when Jackson was here,
But it's not Jackson's first season anymore.
dude. I'm not going on about Jackson's first season. Jackson's first season, he scored more goals than Didier Drogba. Did you read that though?
Yeah,
no,
I knew that.
No. No one read that because everyone goes, oh, because we finished fucking 8th and 6th and we're so bad and we're so bad. Let's go back to reality and let's go back to players, right? Who, yeah, we'll bang on about Jackson. Oh, he's so bad, he's so bad. How about let's go to Stamford Bridge and let's sing on Jackson. Let's go Jackson, ole, ole, ole.
Oh yeah, I would never boo the kid.
No,
Yeah.
I would
but,
always support him. I'm just saying.
fucking,
He's
no,
not been doing his
I
job
agree
as of
with what-
recent.
Yeah, I agree.
As
with
of
what Mikel
recent,
said.
What, for
you
1
have to-
year? For 1 year. He's been here for 1 year, bro.
He's
1
not been
year.
doing his job recently, mate.
1 year. He's been here for 1 year.
I know.
Drogba was here
You got
for
to stop.
1 year.
Yeah, but fuck Drogba. Who cares
No,
about Drogba?
it don't matter. But
Drogba was
but
unbelievable.
1
You
year,
can't keep
1
comparing
year.
people to
Drogba
Drogba.
was here 1 year, and Jackson beat his stats, right? So now, well, we're gonna blame fucking Jackson because he can't beat. Dude, let's be frank, bro. We're not the Chelsea. We're not the same old. Yeah, we're fucking top 4, right? Let's.
Yeah, but that's how you start. Why are we an 8th or 10th club? Because we can't score goals and we can't defend. So what do?
Getting
You
over
buy a
the
top
line.
striker, good goalkeeper and defender.
I
It's a
don't-
build. It's a process. And the first thing we need to do is get someone who can score us goals.
You know
And
what,
Jackson's
bro?
not doing that.
I'm
But
sorry,
I do
man.
believe in him. I
No,
think one
I'm
day
sorry,
he might.
I'm sorry,
He
man.
might.
But
So I don't want
you-
him sold, by the way,
No,
to make
but
it clear.
I'm sorry, man. But
I believe in him.
I don't agree with any of you, bro, who get turned down on Jackson and turned down on players like Jackson. It's not his fault that he came to Chelsea, and we got to put a
No,
spotlight.
but Ben, it is his fault that he's not scoring opportunities.
It's not his fault.
It's no one else's fault, is it?
Who put the
And I don't
spot?
like his response to
Okay.
Mikel.
Who,
If he
I don't
scored
care.
bare
I
goals,
genuinely don't mind that.
if
Who-
he
who-
scored loads of goals, I'll be like, yeah, shut up, Mikel.
who put
But he doesn't, does he?
Who put his?
Mikel's right.
Who's right?
Mikel, what he said about Jackson. Mikel blamed Jackson for the City game. He said we ain't got a finisher. And then because Jackson scored a tap in, he thinks he's deaded Mikel. He hasn't.
That's fine, but I'm sorry, man, but it's not Jackson's fault, bro, that you bring Jackson to the club and said you need to do this. I'm sorry, man.
I think
And-
every
and-
striker in the world.
I'm sorry, man.
That's babying
but
him, though,
You
isn't
have to score goals.
That's babying him.
I'm actually going to turn up and I'm going to turn out. And that's where I'm going to say, that's where the Chelsea fans are wrong, bro.
You're not on camera, brother.
Good. You know why? Because that's where we need to fucking support our club, bro. Jackson is the king. Jackson the king.
You know, with
Ole,
this
ole.
logic, you have to say the same to Mudryk.
No.
Oh, it's not his fault, or blah, 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 all that crap. Give him time, it's his first year.
No,
and
fuck off.
Ukraine's at war, all
Dude,
that crap.
the manager came in, he said, sorry, Mudryk, you ain't got the fucking balls. Sorry, mate, you're off. Difference. Pochettino slapped around, fucking walked around like a fucking pansy, right, like a donkey, right, and said, "Oh, hello, Madrid." Enzo came in. Sorry, mate. Out. That's the difference, man.
So if Enzo said to Jackson right now,
If Enzo said
"You're
to
shit,
Jackson,
you're benched,"
you-
would you agree with it?
bye-bye.
Yeah. So what's wrong then? So you're going against talking bad about Jackson because Enzo hasn't
You're
dropped him.
talking about
No, everyone is.
I'm actually not.
Lads,
I'm not hating on it. I'm just talking about cleaning.
I just think...
If you put him left wing, I
just
back
think,
it.
have a look at where we are at the club.
Benny, getting shot. Come on.
Have a look at where we are.
Don't
As a,
listen.
Not me.
as a
Hey,
club.
we're paying for these cameras, all right?
At the club. Have a look at where we are. Right?
Yeah. But we've got lower league
Who gives a fuck?
teams with strikers scoring more than us.
Oh, my God.
So I don't care where we are.
Listen, lads, let's get away from Jackson. At the end of the day, Jackson scored today, okay? And that's what we have to look at.
He fucking scored against fucking City, and it was offside. Like
Yeah, it's not a goal, though, is it, Ben? It's not a goal, mate. It's offside, okay? And he was offside. He had 3 people in front of him, and he didn't match the line.
Like
3 people in
my
front of him,
nan
not
had wheels,
behind
should be a
him.
bike.
Not behind him, in front of him. Okay, let's not talk about the City game. He scored today. Let's give the guy credit, okay? Let's not talk about the past.
And like I said, I think he was one of our best players.
I know.
I love his creativity. That's
Yeah.
why I don't want him sold. I believe he's got something. Maybe we need to sack the striker coach or something and teach these players how to shoot.
Yeah.
That might be the difference. You never know.
Well, I agree there, Sammy. Let's talk about the back four. I'm not sure that they were unbelievable today either. I thought Fofana was incredibly poor from the start and during the outset. I didn't think Cucurella really got into things either. There was one touch where the ball come into him. He had acres of space. He's taken the touch and the ball's gone straight off the pitch. Simple stuff again. We mention it every single week. Simple stuff that's giving them opportunities in our half to have a throw in and have a chance on goal. And you can't be doing that at this level. Those 2 players especially.
I didn't mind the back 4 today. As a whole, like I thought, for the first half especially, we limited Palace. It was the second half that things kind of fell apart. Fofana was a weird one. I think he started the game quite slow.
Yeah.
And then he was one of the only ones I thought in the second half who actually he got better in the second half as the game went on. Started the game slow, a few sloppy mistakes. I thought Gusto was kind of the same. There wasn't too much I saw from him before he went off injured. Hopefully that's not serious as well.
Put his body on the line today.
Yeah,
Gusto.
and then Cucurella didn't mind. He had that one thing, but I thought Colwell was good. I think Colwell was the one defender today that stood out. This is gonna sound weird. I didn't notice him at all the whole game up until late in the second half, but it was a good thing in my mind because it means I'm not seeing him make a stupid mistake or I'm not seeing, stupidness. And he was aggressive in the tackling, which I think we've all been asking for. It's one of the main things that he hasn't done. Especially you look at the which goal was it? One of the City goals or one of the Wolves goals? I can't remember. He wasn't aggressive, and it led to us conceding. I thought we defended pretty well today, which is kind of odd considering how we've been so far. But I think everything else outside the defence was where we kind of let ourselves down, especially second half.
Yeah. And let's move on to Palmer as well, boys. Obviously, the talking subject of every week. We've got to talk about the guy. Didn't really feel like he got into it today. He wasn't terrible, but I mentioned it earlier, boys, on the stream. The second goal, he had something to do with that. He didn't attack the ball when it dropped out. I'm not quite sure who. I can't remember who cleared it, but the ball went up in the air. It dropped.
I think it's deflection.
Palmer was doing a 50% run, and unfortunately, the ball got taken past him. It didn't come from that direct shot, but Eze put the ball in the back of the net, and he has to take some accountability from that. Wasn't really his best today, was it?
There's a lot of pressure on him this year because last year we didn't know much about him. This year, everyone in the Premier League knows this guy is dangerous. So I think it's the same case with Hazard. You always at all times have minimum 2 defenders on this player. And I think today we saw 3 players around him. So it's going to be difficult for him. I think every game this season, he's going to be heavily marked. So he's not going to be as magical as last year, I think.
No.
But it doesn't mean he's not playing good.
Yeah,
It's just that
I disagree.
he's more targeted. He hasn't done much. Pre-season he wasn't that great.
I think he's
mustard, mate. He's absolutely
he's
mustard.
he's
seen him
top
against
man.
Wolves, mate.
We have to talk about what happened today, Benny. And today he wasn't 100.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when he's a great player like he is, we expect the best of him,
What
don't we?
are
And he
you going
wasn't
to get
top
today?
tier.
What are you going to get today?
Well,
I
hopefully.
think we just got to rate Palace and how.
Yeah, Palace played well.
Sorry,
Do you know
man,
what?
but
We'll
what
talk
are you
about
going to
this.
get today? That geezer on the side to go, come on, man.
Let's not take away from the fact as well, boys. You know, we have to mention the Palace goalkeeper. I thought Henderson
Sorry.
was
Oh, he was
outstanding
very
today.
good today.
So I mean, if that's any other day, a lot of keepers are not. You know, it could have been 3 or 4.
That's how you had the Madueke
That's where you have
chance.
to think. I know it should have been more, but Henderson was brilliant today. He made some outstanding saves. I think it come off Madueke, didn't it? When it was his shin. World class save. That could have been 2-1 there.
Had it been 2-0, I was in the first half.
2-0, sorry, yeah. But yeah, on another day, you know, those could have got in, but you know, you can't say if, but maybe.
On Palmer, I think the one thing that I noticed today, which annoyed me a little bit, and I think just takes time for him not to do this, is especially second half, he just came really deep, drop deep to get the ball.
Yep.
And I think hopefully when we see the midfield sorted, he won't have to do that as much because it takes a player.
the whole time.
I say it takes a player out the front 5, and then that gives Palace or whoever we're playing an extra player to defend with.
Goes to the mic. Come on.
I disagree.
I think Alex told him to disagree with us just to make the video. Yeah.
Nah,
Did he say he was going to give you a tenner every time you said you disagree?
Nah,
Fuck me, rounds
I
on you,
disagree
Arthur.
with everything you're saying. Sorry, man, but
Don't have it, Scott.
you're sitting there talking about, oh, Palmer didn't do this and Palmer didn't do that, and
No.
no, sorry, man, but at the end of the day, right, you got to remember when Hazard, for example, when he was in the team, and he fucking came out and he did this and he did that, right? That's what Palmer's trying to do. Of course he's going to fucking drop deep. Of course he's going to try and defend. Of course he's going to... What do you expect him to do? Sit here and like a stun mullet and not do anything for Chelsea? Come on, man. The thing is about our fans at the moment, and I'm sorry, man, but the thing about our fans at the moment, we're so fucking critical of what... Oh man, we're Chelsea.
No, but Benny, I see exactly what you're saying.
I can't stand it. I'm sorry,
I think
man.
I think that's a good point because instead of hanging up high and waiting for the ball, he does drop deep, doesn't he? And he was trying to help
What is
out
he supposed
today.
to do? Sit there on a fucking electric
But who are
chair?
you arguing with? We're all rating.
Yeah,
Palmer.
we say it. We're agreeing with you. But, you know, he dropped it. Unfortunately, there's one chance that led to a goal, which he wasn't brilliant on today.
Nah,
but
it's not his fault.
we're not here to slate.
No.
Palmer's unbelievable. We're not slating him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on this thing, we have to
blaming
talk
the
about what
Palace
happened.
defence
We have to talk about what
doing
happened
well,
today.
yeah.
And, you know, it's just one of those things. But, look, it's been a pretty negative end to the week. I know we got through in the Europa Conference, but that wasn't exactly the best performance
Negative.
there.
Come on, boys.
It was 2-1 to civette, Benny.
Who cares? Chelsea boys are on the beers.
You're not one of the Rome wasn't built in a day lot, are you?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I think he is.
What?
You're like trust the process lot, aren't you?
Right. If I was to walk up the road and walk back, it's not built in a day, yeah?
Yeah, you just confirmed my point.
That's a good saying, that
What-
one. I haven't
what-
heard
I've
that
heard
one
that
before.
before, yeah.
think,
If I walk up the road and walk back, it wasn't built in a day.
Everything's going to change in one day, yeah?
It's not been one day. We've been crap for years.
2 years. 2 fucking years, boys.
Benny, Mike.
2 years.
Mike.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
2 years. I'm not.
We was rubbish when we won the Champions League.
I'm
in
sorry,
the
man.
Premier
And
League.
I'm going to get up.
In the Premier League.
No, it
We
pisses
weren't
me off.
terrible.
No,
Where
it
did we
pisses.
come?
No,
Third or fourth.
Fourth, yeah. We haven't
It's
been a
not.
top team for
Touching the
years.
mic, man.
everyone pisses me off because it's
not in
been
shot.
2 years.
It's only his hand.
Two years, boys. Right?
Just your nose. Your nose is in shot, that's it.
Good. Fuck 'em. 2 years it's been. Right?
Right, come here, step here. And look.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let's forget. Remember when Roman got sanctioned and we weren't a fucking club 2 years ago? 3 years ago? If that? And then, it's been fucking 3 years because we haven't made this and we haven't made that.
We haven't
Come
won
on.
the league since what?
Oh, who
2017?
gives a fuck? Arsenal hasn't won the league since fucking 19
We're not
fucking...
Arsenal. We're not Arsenal. That's it.
Who cares?
Me.
Dude, who gives a fuck? I'm going to tell you one thing, right? We weren't a club 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Abramovich got fucking sold, we were sanctioned, and we got taken over by Todd Bowley.
So we should get relegated then.
Yeah, probably we should have.
We're not that bad.
You're not fucking getting what I'm
We
saying.
bought wrong players. That's all it is.
You're
We've
not
got the
getting.
money.
You're not getting what I'm saying. You're trying to tell me that we should have been here. We shouldn't even have been a club, bruv. And we are a club. We're still a club. It's been 2.5 years that we haven't done anything.
But we've
And
been in
everyone
finals.
cried and boo-hoo.
We've been in
Boo-hoo.
finals, so we're not that bad.
Boo-hoo.
So we're that
haven't
we're that away from being something good.
You're the one complaining
I
about
am, because we haven't won anything.
We haven't won anything. We won the Champions League.
Chelsea are shit.
No, we're fucking
How you doing, Scott? You all
I'm
right?
doing great, mate.
It's all right, isn't it? It's
We're rubbish.
a quiet day.
You're all right, honestly.
I'm not someone who's gonna like be happy every week. Chelsea haven't done anything. in
Grow the
years.
fuck up. Well, my dad was a fucking Chelsea fan who's
I
died.
always support Chelsea. We're not
who's
lose up
died
the
now.
blues, innit? But
And he
we
never
are
even,
crap.
my dad never even seen us win the Champions League cup. And now you're telling me that we're so bad because we've been fucking not in the top 4 for the last 2 years. It's been 2 years, boys. 2 years, 3 years,
10 years out of the title race.
7.
10 years.
Seven.
Who?
So it's not a recent thing we've dropped. We've been out of the title race. for
Benny,
years.
Benny.
We
Benny
won
For
the
10 years.
Champions League 2 years ago, boy.
I know. That's a
But
valid
in
point.
England, we're not a threat anymore. Arsenal fans are calling us the banter club right now. Do you know
Arsenal
how bad that
fans
is?
haven't won the fucking Champions League. They haven't won
But
fuck
they're better
all.
than us
And
right
they
now.
no, they're not.
Arsenal
they
is better
they
than
still
Chelsea
haven't
right
won
now.
anything. What has Arsenal won? Arsenal won fuck all. They've won nothing. They got Kyle Havertz. They still won nothing. They got Raheem Sterling now. They still won nothing. They fucking drew yesterday against Brighton. They still won nothing.
I think Brighton would do us, you know. I'm
look,
afraid. I'm afraid.
I
of
don't
Brighton.
know. I'm not sure.
I don't think you're getting it.
After
bruv.
today,
I think style of play, though. It's all about style of play.
I think we beat West Ham and then Brighton. I don't know.
I think we can beat Brighton. Depends.
Do you know what? Benny's proper Chelsea, and all you boys are as well. He's voicing his emotions. You
I disagree.
You got to give Benny. I appreciate what you're saying, man. It's good to have your own opinion, mate.
Yeah, it's
I know
good.
you. I know
It's
you.
good, I like that.
You are
Passionate.
backing up your points, and that's fair enough.
What are you going to do? What? We've been 3 years, right? We've been bad. Oh, big deal. Oh, let's walk along the fucking tightrope. Oh, we've been bad for 3 years. Who gives a fuck?
You want to start supporting the boys? Just get.
Who
forward.
cares?
Yeah.
We've been bad for 3 fucking years. Who gives a rat's fucking katoot? Right? Because guess what?
Scott, what's a
Wait,
rat's
when was the
cartoon,
last time-
mate?
right, in your opinion, when was the last time Chelsea were good in the Premier
If
League?
anyone knows what a rat's cartoon is, please do drop it in the comments.
When was the last time we were good?
In the Premier League.
When we beat fucking City in the fucking Champions League final, which was only 3 years ago.
No, Premier League. When was the last time
Oh,
you thought this is a
Premier
good
League,
team in the
yeah.
Premier League?
Oh, Premier League. Who cares?
No, just answer my
Champions
question.
League, bruv.
Just answer.
Champions League. 2
No,
years ago.
Premier League. When was the last time Chelsea Football Club were good in the Premier League? Don't have to win the league, but when were we a good side in the Premier League? Just answer that.
Probably 2016.
There you go then. So don't say, oh, we haven't been good for 3
Who
years.
gives
We
a
haven't been
fuck?
good in 7 years.
We won the Champions League in 2021.
But we weren't the best team in Europe.
Who cares? But we still did it, didn't we?
Look, lads, let's wrap it up. We've got
We're here
Bournemouth.
all day.
Got Bournemouth next week. No, not
next
next week. The week after, international break now
Yeah.
on the 14th.
Aye.
I know 2 weeks off Chelsea. What's your thoughts on Bournemouth? Can we sort of push in and challenge them?
I think we can. Like, I think there was some positives to take out of this game, even though we drew. I think it's just about. Shut up, man. I think there's still positives to take. It's just you have to work out a few things. As I said, Lavia has to be back for that Bournemouth game, and then hopefully Sancho's back, so I never have to see Mudryk again.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He
Well,
was
look,
terrible, by the way.
Well, look, guys, if you did join us today, really appreciate you tuning in. Wasn't quite the result. Benny's lost his shit again, and it's been a great stream though, and we've really enjoyed ourselves here. But look, if you do want to join us, obviously we've got the international break now. We were back on Saturday the 14th, live in the studio. Kickoff will be at 8 o'clock. We'll be live from 7:30. So yeah, if you do fancy joining in, we'd love to see you there. If you do also like the video, make sure you subscribe and like as well, as it does really help the channel. And make sure you check out FOCO, the channel sponsor, for all your merchandise needs, and use the code CFTV15. But from us, Scott, Sami, Benny, thanks for coming on, boys. I've had a really good day.
I ain't going
I've got to
home.
put up with this on the train now for
I
90
ain't
minutes.
going home.
So wish me
Celebrate.
luck. They've only had 3 hours of it. I've had 7 hours of it today,
Oh,
and I've got another few more. So make sure
Celery.
make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, up the